Now come to the crustaceans like the prawn have the specialized excretory organ, right, which is called as, this is given in NCERT. This is given in NCERT. Page number 291, right, page number 291 in excretory organ. So crustaceans have the green gland and the antennal gland, so both option is given in there. That means the both A and B. So correct option is the D. Correct answer is the D, right? Now what will happen in the next? Again that is related with the page number 291, right? So the answer is, match the column excretory structures, Malpighian tubules, that is related with the insects, Nephridia, that is the earthworm, Protonephridia, flame cells, that is the Amphioxus, right, because it belongs to the cephalochordates also, and in cephalochordates, right, cephalochordates, the excretory organ is the Protonephridia and the flame cells, right, or the solenocytes, right. So that option is also correct. When we correlated with the, in terms of the platyhelminthes, then it is wrong, right, but when it correlate with the cephalochordates, so Amphioxus is the cephalochordate, right, so that is, and the green gland and antennal gland, that is the crustaceans, right. So answer is 1, 3, 2, 4, 1, 3, 2, 4. So A option is incorrect. 1, 3, 2, 4, 1, 3, 2, 4. So that option is also wrong, right. Now the answer is in B and C, 1, 3, 2, 4 and 3, 1, 3, 2, 4. 3, 1, 4, 2, 3, 1, 4, 2, that is the answer is C. Clear? Now come to the next question. Which one of the following is not included in the human excretory system? All these informations are given under near the page 291, right? We know that our excretory system is made up of reddish brown bean shaped kidney, right, reddish brown bean shaped kidney, these are the ureters, right, these are the pipelines or the ureters which open inside the urinary bladder, right, which opens inside the urinary bladder. On the top of the kidney there is the presence of the adrenal gland is here, and one thing you can, if you can observe that the right kidney is lower than the left kidney. Why it is? Why? Because right kidney is 2.5 centimeter below than the left one, because in right side there due to the presence of the liver, that liver press the kidney due to the presence of the liver, that kidney is 2.5 centimeter below than the left one, right. that portion, so simple, that is kidney, this is the suprarenal gland, right, or which is also known as the adrenal gland, right, also known as the adrenal gland. These are called the ureters, right, urinary bladder, urethra, urinary bladder, urethra, urethral orifice, right. So where these three structures are intermingled or open in that area, that area is called the trigone, that is called the trigone, right. So these are the part of the human excretory system, right. These are not thick like that, right, these are thin pipe like structures, ureters. So pair of kidney is related with the human excretory system. Pair of uterus, no, it's wrong. Pair of ureters, right, pair of ureters, it's not related with the uterus. Uterus is the part of the reproductive system, that's why that answer is wrong. Urinary bladder and urethra, exactly none. So the not included, the question asked, that is not included, that is pair of ureters. So answer is Bombay, right. So answer is the Bombay in that case. Clear? According to that question, all these are wrong and Bombay is answer. Now come to the next one, that is 19th. Kidneys are reddish brown bean shaped structure which are situated in between. It is given in NCERT page number 291 in the introductory part, that is the kidney is the bean shaped structure, right. It is present from last thoracic vertebrae up to the third lumbar vertebrae, right. So third thoracic, first lumbar, no. Last thoracic, third lumbar vertebrae close to ventral inner wall of the abdominal cavity, no. It's dorsal, because why? We say that na kidney is the retroperitoneal organ, right. So last thoracic, exactly, that is T12. Third lumbar, L3 vertebra close to dorsal inner wall of the abdominal cavity, that is correct, and this is wrong. Mark my words properly. In second and third option you can do the mistake, right, but if you see that minor change in both options, here ventral and here dorsal, and we know that it is dorsal to the, clear, that's why it is retroperitoneal, na, dorsal inner wall of the abdominal cavity, clear. So that's why the answer is C. ADH is mainly known for the absorption of, now the question is what is that ADH? It is given in NCERT page number 297, right, 19.5, that is regulation of kidney function. When we talk about that ADH, that is full form is the anti-diuretic hormone, right, which is also known as the vasopressin, also known as the pitressin. That pitressin word is not given in NCERT, but it is known as that, right, and also called as the nanopeptide also, because it carries the 9 amino acids, right, vasopressin. The function of ADH is what? It is also known as the water conservation hormone, right? It is also known as the water conservation hormone. It is also known as the water conservation hormone. So what will happen now? Because it helps in the it helps to prevent the excessive loss of water actually. That's why it is called the water conservation hormone, right? That's why it is called the water conservation hormone. So ADH, which is the antidiuretic hormone, is known as the pitocin or the vasopressin. It is also known as the water conservation hormone. That ADH is synthesized by the, all these are the question of pre-medical which I told you here, right? Synthesized by the hypothalamus and secreted by the posterior pituitary, right? Posterior pituitary, which is known as the neurohypophysis, and that ADH acts, its action is asked actually, right, in terms of the excretory system, that ADH is released in DCT, but it mainly acts upon the collecting duct, right? So it mainly acts upon the collecting duct, then collecting tubule, then the DCT, but it is released in DCT, right? So it is mainly known for the absorption of water, so answer is Bombay. Come to the question 21. Identify the correct statement. Through a notch named hilum, blood vessels, nerves and ureters enters the kidney. Is it right or wrong? Right or wrong? Is it? It is right, right? It is right. Each kidney possesses two zones, outer medulla, inner cortex. No, outer cortex and inner medulla. Cortex is divided into few pyramids which projects into the calyx. No, it is medulla. That's why they are called the medullary pyramids. Na? So third option is also cancelled. Each kidney has nearly 1 million nephrons exactly, right? So the first and fourth is correct. First and fourth both. So answer is A, right? Now come to the next question, that is, what is the name given to the extension of the cortex between the medullary pyramids? These are called the renal column of the Bertini, right? Come to the next one, that is glomerulus is the tuft of capillaries which is formed by the afferent arteriole, which is formed by the afferent arteriole and a fine branch of the renal artery, because we know that it is given in the page number 292. We know that the glomerulus receives only pure arterial blood, right? Glomerulus receives only pure arterial blood. So renal artery, no, it's formed by the tuft of the capillaries, na, right? So answer is, first one is the afferent arteriole, then which is a branch, which is the branch of the renal artery. So that is wrong. That is wrong. Vein, because vein is not involved in the glomerulus. So answer is D, right? Come to the next question, that is glomerulus along with the Bowman's capsule. We already studied that and discussed it. That is called the Malpighian capsules or Malpighian body or the renal capsules, right? So nephron, no, it is not called nephron. It is the part of the nephron, but the whole nephron is glomerulus and Bowman's capsule, no, right? Malpighian body, yes. Renal capsule, yes. So the answer is both B and C. So answer is the D. Answer is the D. Clear? Now come to the next one. What is the name given to U-shaped minute vessel running parallel to the Henle's loop? This is also given in NCERT page number 293 and we already discussed in previous question, which is called the vasa recta, which is the minute vessel of the peritubular capillary network, right? And that peritubular capillary network is formed by the efferent arteriole which emerged from the glomerulus, right? So come to the next. Which one of the following, the part of the nephron dips into the medulla of kidney? This is the exact line of NCERT which is given in page number 293. right? PCT and DCT is present in cortex. This is also the question of pre-medical, and also that information is given in NCERT when you have to learn it. PCT and DCT is present in cortex of kidney, and loop of Henle is present in the medulla. So what is the answer? That is the Henle's loop, which dips into the medulla, right? It is given in page number 293. Now come to the next question. Arrange the following parts of the nephron in correct order as they are located between the glomerulus and the collecting duct. So after the glomerulus, right, here PCT, here descending limb of LOH, hairpin band, ascending limb of LOH, and DCT, right? And here collecting duct. So we have to, between the glomerulus and the collecting duct, all these structures are found, right? So proximal convoluted, exactly, and in correct order, right? After that, so first descending limb of LOH, exactly, second, after that 4, that is first, second, third and fourth one is that, right? So the correct order is 1 2 4 3, 1 4 2 3, 1 2 4 3. So answer is D, right? Come to the next. Select the correct sequence involved in the urine formation, right? First one is the glomerular filtration. We already discussed in the previous questions, and that information is taken from page number NCERT page number 293, 19.2, right? That is the part of urine formation. That urine formation is carried with the three processes, right? That is the glomerular filtration, then tubular reabsorption, right, then tubular secretion. So what is the answer? See here, tubular secretion first, no. Reabsorption, no. Glomerular filtration, yes. Glomerular filtration in both, reabsorption and tubular secretion. So that answer is also wrong. Only answer is only C, that is 28C, that is glomerular filtration, reabsorption and tubular secretion, right? Now the next is why glomerular filtration is also termed as the ultrafiltration. This is also taken from the NCERT page number 293, 19.2, and the last line of that para, right? Its filtration rate increases in presence of the ultraviolet rays. No, this is wrong. Almost all constituents of plasma except the proteins passes into the lumen of the Bowman's capsule. Is it right or wrong? It is right, right? That's why, because the proteins are the larger particles, right? And RBCs are also not filtered in that, right? RBCs are also not filtered in that. Clear? So that's why the selective filtration occur here. That's why it is called the ultrafiltration, right? It requires minimum 2 exposures of ultraviolet, right? No, right? So correct answer is the Bombay. Come to the next. Glomerular filtration rate in a healthy individual is approximately, we already discussed in previous question, right? And it is taken from that NCERT page number 294 and heading number 19.2, right? 125 liters per day. Is it's so? No, it's wrong. If it is 125 ml per day, then per minute, then we will consider it as correct. You just imagine that 125 liters per minute, right? So all time we will go for the micturition, right? And we will in the washroom always, right? So it's not possible actually, right? This is wrong. 180 liters per day, yes, it is right. 180 liters per hour, no. Both A and B, no. So answer is the Bombay. Clear? Name the minute spaces left in the endothelium of the glomerular blood vessels. It is taken from page number 293 and 19.2. Mark it. What is the difference in the question? Listen, read it carefully. Again, that mistake, minute spaces left in endothelium of glomerular blood vessels. So filtration slit of podocyte is present in the epithelium of the Bowman's capsule, na? That is podocyte. So the answer is none, because there is no space in that particular glomerular endothelium blood vessel, right? So answer is none. Come to the next question. Which one of the following layer is involved in glomerular filtration? Basement membrane in between the glomerular vessel and epithelium of the Bowman's capsule. Yes, endothelium of glomerulus, correct. Epithelium of Bowman's capsule, right, because it is, and it is also known as the podocytes, right? Remember it. So answer is the correct answer is D. That is all of the above. Now come to the next question, that is juxtaglomerular apparatus, which is a specialized sensitive region which is formed by the cellular modification. Exactly, right? It is given in NCERT page number 293 and 19.2, right? That juxtaglomerular apparatus, why it is called apparatus? Because it is made up of three structures, right? It is made up of three structures. First one is the macula densa. Second is the extraglomerular messenger cells, that is EGMC, extraglomerular messenger cells, right? And third one is the JG cells which secretes the renin, right? So juxtaglomerular apparatus is made up of these three structures, right? And it is present in between the DCT and the afferent arteriole, right? It is present in between the DCT and the afferent arteriole. So answer is the C. Clear? Because in PCT it's not, in between the PCT and Bowman's capsule, no, right? So the answer is C. Come to the next question. Identify the wrong statements. A fall in GFR can activate the JG cells to release the renin which stimulates the glomerular blood flow. Is it right or wrong? Right, bacha, when you read that question, what will happen? Just when you read like that as I do, right, you correct that sentence, but you have to concentrate on that particular word, that is RENNIN, and it is the proteolytic enzyme, right? And it's not related with the JG cells. JG cells, the release hormone, and the spelling is RENIN, right? So that's why that statement is wrong, just because of adding one N here, right? Clear? Second one is during the reabsorption, or during the reabsorption about 99% filtrate is reabsorbed. It's correct, but by the renal corpuscle? No, by the renal tubules actually. It is the line of NCERT, just change here one word, that is the corpuscle instead of the tubule. That statement gets wrong, right? Clear? Glucose, amino acids, sodium, iron, etc. are reabsorbed actively. Exactly, they are reabsorbed actively. Reabsorption of water occurs passively in the initial segment of the nephrons. Exactly, clear? Because when the salt is absorbed here, then automatically water is absorbed, so there is no use of energy, right? So when we select the wrong, when we have to select the wrong statement, then the answer is 1 and 2 only, which are the wrong, right? Come to the next question. In which segment of the nephron reabsorption is minimum? We already discussed it. It is given in the page number 294, 19.3, that is functions of the tubules. In loop of Henle, first line is there, reabsorption is minimum here. So answer is the Bombay. Next one is the, come to the next, that is descending limb of LOH. We already discussed it. Descending limb of LOH-1 is permeable for water. It is permeable for water and impermeable to electrolytes. Right? And whereas ascending limb is impermeable for water and permeable for the electrolytes, right? So now the answer is permeable, impermeable and impermeable. So answer is Bombay, right? 1, 2 and 3, that is answer is Bombay. Now come to the next question. Hormone dependent reabsorption of sodium ion and water takes place in the DCT, right? It is taken in DCT because it's conditional reabsorption and ADH release here, right? So the answer is DCT, that is distal convoluted tubule. Which hormone released from adenohypophysis, that is talking about the anterior pituitary, right, which prevents the diuresis. And what is diuresis? That is excessive urination, or we can say excessive loss of water, right? That is excessive urination or excessive loss of water. So what will happen here? ADH is responsible for that, but it is secreted by the posterior pituitary, right? It is secreted by the posterior pituitary, not the anterior pituitary. Vasopressin is the another name of the ADH, again that is related with that. So the answer is D, that is none, right? Because there is no hormone which is released by the adenohypophysis takes participate in case of the diuresis, right? That ADH, or which is also known as the vasopressin, it is synthesized by the hypothalamus and secreted by the posterior pituitary, which is also known as the neurohypophysis. Clear? Right? So this is all about the and we already discussed in previous questions, right? Now come to the next question. Identify the wrong statement, right? We have to identify the wrong statement, that is PCT is lined by the simple cuboidal brush border epithelium. This is the line of NCERT which is given in the functions of the tubules, right? Functions of the tubules in page number 294, that is 19.3, right? It is also given in page number 294, that statement 19.3, 294, 295, right? What will happen here? This statement is correct. PCT maintains pH and ionic balance of the body fluids by the absorption of ions from the filtrate. No, right? That statement is wrong. Clear? We already discussed it in previous question. All the essential nutrients and 70 to 80% of electrolytes and water reabsorbed by PCT exactly. The collecting duct allows the passage of small amounts of the urea into medullary interstitium to keep up the osmolarity exactly. So the only statement is wrong is second. So answer is only 2, right? Now come to the next one. An increase in osmolarity occurs towards the inner medullary interstitium, right? From 300 milliosmol per liter in cortex to 1200 milliosmol per liter in the inner medulla, right? This gradient is mainly caused by, this is the exact line of NCERT, this gradient is mainly caused by the sodium chloride and the urea, that is both A and C, and this is also the question of previous year's exams, right? It is given in NCERT page number 296, 19.4. Clear? Now come to here. Again, select the wrong statements, right? Select the wrong statement about the counter current mechanism. We already discussed it, counter current mechanism and the vasa related to the vasa recta, right? See, what is counter current mechanism? Now that counter current, counter that is against, counter current that is against, that means the flow of filtrate, the flow of filtrate is in opposite direction in loop of Henle and vasa recta, right? When the filtrate comes here, you can see here, that is right. So the osmolarity is 300, right? The osmolarity is 300. Now as the filtrate goes downward, the osmolarity, the filtrate becomes concentrated, more and more concentrated, and this is the descending limb of loop of Henle, right? And this is the descending limb of vasa recta, right? This is the difference, mark it, right? And here that NaCl, right? So now what will happen? We know that the descending limb of LOH is permeable for water, that's why the water is here, right? It is permeable for water, but it is impermeable, almost impermeable for electrolytes, right? So filtrate becomes concentrated, so osmolarity is 600, 600 to 800, again water is expelled out here, and again 800 to 1000, right? Now here that is 1200, again when we go towards the ascending limb of, so we have to maintain the osmolarity. So what will happen? Right, so what will happen? We know that ascending limb is permeable for sodium chloride and impermeable for water, right? So what will happen here? Through that sodium chloride channels, that sodium chloride uh, enters in the interstitial space, and that sodium chloride enters through interstitial space into the descending limb of vasa recta. Now what will happen when NaCl is here? Then concentration again increases. So that is the descending limb of vasa recta, where flow is just in opposite direction of the opposite to the loop of Henle, right? 300 to 400, again 400 to 600, right? 600 to 800, 800 to 1000, right? Then 1200, then again 1000. So to maintain the osmolarity, now what will happen here? We have to that sodium chloride again back to the interstitial space through the ascending limb, through the ascending limb of vasa recta, through the ascending limb of vasa recta into the interstitium, right? And same as that, here NaCl, sodium chloride goes back into the interstitium, and again it is, right? So in that manner we can maintain the osmolarity in the vasa recta and the, so counter current mechanism is to maintain the concentrated urine, right? It is to maintain the concentration of urine. Even in that collecting duct, small amount of urea enters through the collecting duct into the interstitial space, and through interstitial space it enters inside the ascending limb of the loop of Henle. Clear? So in that manner, that counter current mechanism maintains the concentration of the urine, right? And to maintain here, if there is excessive amount of water and salt lost by the urine, then what will happen in that DCT portion? Then when ADH acts upon it, DCT and collecting duct, then NaCl and H2O reabsorb from here, right? That's why by the action of ADH on that particular collecting duct, you can see here water absorption occurs in maximum amount, right? So now come to that question, what will happen here? Henle's loop and vasa recta plays a significant role in concentrating the urine. Exactly, it is the correct. Where is the correct? Flow of blood in two limbs of Henle's in opposite direction. Two limbs of Henle's. No, this is wrong, right? NaCl is transported by the ascending limb of LOH, which is exchanged with the descending limb of the vasa recta. Is it right? Yes, it's right. NaCl is returned to the interstitium by descending limb of vasa recta. No, by the ascending limb of vasa recta. So that statement is also wrong, and you have to refer the NCERT page number 296 19.4, right? So the answer is Bombay, that is 2 and 4 is the wrong statement. Changes in which one of the following can activate the osmoreceptors in the body? It is given in NCERT page number 294 19.5, that is the regulation by the kidney, right? That is the, so blood volume, exactly, blood body fluid volume, okay, ionic concentration, okay. So the answer is D, right? If there is any change in all these things, then it can activate the osmoreceptors, because the blood volume, if the body fluid volume increases, then automatically blood volume increases, and if the blood volume and body fluid volume increases, then what will happen? The ionic concentration also increases, right? So this is the, now come to the next. The statement which is not incorrect, right? The statement which is not incorrect, that is not incorrect, that means we have to choose the correct statement, right? We have to choose the correct statements. The protein-free fluid is filtered from the blood plasma into the Bowman's capsule. Exactly, because protein is not filtered in that. That's why that statement is correct. Human kidneys can produce urine nearly 4 times concentrated than the initial filtrate is formed. This is the exact line of NCERT, right? This is correct. The decrease in body fluid volume suppresses the ADH release from neurohypophysis. No. No, it increases, if it increases in body fluid volume, that it suppress the ADH. So ADH, by the suppressing of ADH, there is no reabsorption of water, more water occur, right? So that statement is wrong. Aldosterone causes the reabsorption of the sodium and water from the distal part of the tubule, thereby increasing the blood pressure. It is right. So the statements which are not incorrect is the 1, 2 and 4, that is answer is C, right? Now come to the next question. Arrange the following steps in sequence as they occur in the body at the time of fall in GFR. That means it is talking about the RAS mechanism, right? What will happen? First, activation of G cells. So first one is 2, 2 is given in both that option, so these are cancelled, right? Then what will happen? It release the renin, right? It release the renin, so second is the 4. 4 is given in both options, right? Then renin acts on the angiotensinogen which is secreted by the liver, right, and convert it into the angiotensinogen to angiotensin 1, that is third one is the 5th. So third one is the 5th is given, that is the answer is C, right? That D is also wrong. And after that we will go for that, right? The 4th is that one and the last one is that. Clear? So in that manner that question is complete. So this is all about the excretory products and their elimination, right? So now you have an idea how to solve the NCERT, how to correlate it with NCERT, the questions with that NCERT, right? So follow that pattern, right, to understand NCERT exactly. Thank you.